Hi guys, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and these are your December 2015 and 2016 overview readings. And for this time, I'm going to be using a whole bunch of different decks depending on your sign, but definitely for the month of December, I will be pulling a color card from the Ina Segal Secret Language of Color Oracle card deck, and then I might be using for your sign. I think I'll be using these for the year, I think, for 2016, because it just feels right. So the Angel Chatter Archangel Oracle deck by Christine Alexandria, who you know I love. So there's that one. Maybe the Magdalene Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, because there's a lot of stuff to read here at the end of the year, so I want to have like lots of different decks so it doesn't get boring, right? And we don't have a whole lot of like repeating cards and things like that. So also the Angel Feather Oracle by Michelle Newton, or maybe the Angel Therapy Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And if you would like a personal reading with me, this is a very busy time of the year for me. I'm going to keep that wait time at 20 days. I know people have a problem with that already, and I get it. You know, it's kind of, you know, having to wait 3 weeks for a reading. I know that can get a little like, come on. But there are people out there who have year-long wait lists. Oh, yes. So, yeah, so if you want to get in line for a reading, go ahead and do that. It's angelsouls444.com. Go to the services page. And of course, if you would like to support me on Patreon, I will leave all that information down below. Oh, I also wanted to mention the artwork behind my head. This is from Sonia Shannon. I don't know if you can see it all that well with my big head in the way. It's really beautiful, and she even has a message going around the border. I highly recommend that you check her out, and I will leave her website down below as well. So let's get to it. Hi there, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for you for December 2015 going into 2016. I'm going to use the Magdalene Oracle for you. So let me get it out here. Give it a quick, clearing. It's already jumpy. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio, December 2015. And like I said, we will go into the 2016 here momentarily. Do you see how crazy these cards are right now? Ooh, and even as I am like shuffling, the wind picked up and all the leaves started blowing around. What are you doing in December? Ooh. Yes, be you. Stir things up. Yeah, this is where you guys are gonna be voicing a lot of your opinions, but this isn't in a nasty way. And you got to watch that energy, right? Where it's like a defensive kind of thing, or feel like you're gonna come at people, or you're gonna lose, or whatever. This is you. You know that. I'm sorry. I wish I had the camera turned so you could have captured that with me, but it was like the leaves just sort of like swirled up, and we have this beautiful blue sky out there, and these colors just kind of all over. It had this kind of magical quality about it. So it's you sort of stirring up your own energy and making something beautiful. And you know, it almost has this feeling of making something beautiful out of your current situation. So it's not bringing something special in and like really trying to force a moment. It's not like that, but you're just taking what is and creating beauty out of it. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Eternal embrace. Oh my, the beloved. Bring it. Gratitude. Yeah, you better have some gratitude. Okay, I'm excited. I'm a Scorpio too, so so we all get to enjoy this. First of all, I just want to jump right to this card. Not only is it just so beautiful, I love the artwork on this card, but the beloved is like the soulmate card. And then the first card we have is this an eternal embrace. Now, sorry, let me just look at this here for a second because they're calling my attention. Yeah. The eternal embrace card, in my mind, is sort of that past life connection. Ooh, got soulmate, got past life. Ooh, this is playing into our fantasies, isn't it? Ooh, we talk about that all the time. But you got to watch it. Let me take this down for just a second. The Eternal Embrace card can also, I think, indicate lessons that you're just not learning, okay? Or you just keep allowing people to take things from you. Or, you know, for a lot of people, I think, who have incarnated as Scorpios, there's a lot of sexual healing that is supposed to be happening for you under this blueprint, let's say. That's why you came in, okay? So let's learn how to kind of embrace that, but be healthy about it. So for some reason that sexuality was coming up, even though we don't have like a necessarily a sexual card here. But yeah, for some Scorpios out there, this might feel like, I don't know if you can see this, I'll put it in front of my face. For some of you Scorpios out there, this might feel like you have to, how do I want to put this? I feel it, but I got to put it into words. Like you have to sort of abstain, I guess. Don't give over to, Scorpios never abstain. That's not true. That's not true. Scorpios are very powerful and have a lot of control over their sexuality. So if they want to go 10 years without sex, they can do it. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. And it drives me nuts because people are like, they have these, these ideas about Scorpios or whatever that we're just like maniacs or something. It's not true. It's just a big control over it. So this might be you having to kind of relax on that and trust a little bit, but with your eyes wide open. So if you have a soulmate coming in, it might be to present yet another lesson. But if you pass that test, if you kind of realize what's going on there, you might actually be able to take whatever is occurring for you or whoever's just come into your life and morph it into something healthy. Now, for some of you, that beloved, that soulmate might just be a friend. But because you passed that test, maybe real love is going to come in for you. Or it could, very much so, in the obvious way, be that love that you've always been wanting. All right. But again, there's careful. There's like a lesson attached to it. So don't just go grabbing the brass ring and not realizing that when you pull on it, like a bunch of stuff falls down. You know what I mean? Just be smart about it is all we're saying. And have gratitude this month, guys, because don't be a spoiled brat. Dang it. That should be a message for everybody. Don't be a spoiled brat with the universe, okay? Just because things are not happening the way you want them to, or in the timing you think that they should be happening, doesn't mean that you're not getting what you want. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get what you want. It might be, though, that the universe is paying attention to what you're energetically putting out there as opposed to your thoughts. Now, we always say thoughts create things, but, your heart is stronger, I think, than your mind. So if you're saying, I want a car, I want a car, I want a car, I want a car, I want a car. I'm thinking, I'm going to manifest a car. But then really in your heart, you're kind of like, I don't want to own a car. Like, it's a lot of responsibility. I'd rather just take public transportation. Like that might not be a cognizant thought in your brain. But your heart is kind of like, I don't want the responsibility. So you end up not getting the car, right? So have gratitude for even those moments. Even if you're not getting what you think you want, the universe is looking out for you in some way. Okay, but in the context of all these cards, I think it's have gratitude for the beautiful things and these beautiful people who might be coming either back into your life because you've known them before in this life, or they're past life people. Okay, family has a very deep meaning this month. Yes, it could be your family that's already around you, but this feels like soul family. This is a very soul kind of reading. Pay attention to the people who walk into your world, okay? Especially this month, because soul family members are coming back together. It could be that you meet a friend, and maybe you might feel that connection, but you might not get along right away. Why? Because we've all come from some other place, and we're all under this deep programming. So when our soul family might come together, there's like screeching and kind of distortion or just kind of, you got to kind of acclimate to one another first, okay? There's a TV show. It's on Netflix. What is that? I've been watching it. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I love that show. But it's funny because if you look at this, if you've ever seen it, there are all these characters from very, very different walks of life that you never would think that would ever find their way to one another. And yet they're slowly kind of becoming friends, and they're kind of their own family unit. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of thing we're talking about. But the energy, guys, you may not even know what to do with this, okay? Or you might be so stuck up in, oh, did I just say you're so stuck up? I so did not mean it like that. I meant to say caught up. Ooh, you might be so caught up in how you think things should be that you're overlooking someone, or you get kind of rattled by a deep connection. That happens too. I know I've done that. I've run away from people, you know, that I felt something by and felt like I knew them, and it was just wild and intense, and, you know, and I got the heck out of Dodge. I was like, oh, I don't know what's going on here, but I gotta go. So be mindful of that. Try not to shove any kind of like good thing out of your world, okay? So your color card for this month is Emerald. Ooh, pretty. Calm your mind, body, and soul. The number is 30. So they're saying you're going to be able to perceive the good things coming into your world, especially by way of people. Okay, it's all people oriented. It's all about your connections. And I don't mean like networking, like who do you know, but leave your hearts healed and open. And that's, you know, that's sort of the beacon to your soul family. And that's how they will be able to find you, and you will be able to find them, okay? So really drink that in. Isn't that beautiful? So a lot of heart opening. Start now, because I'll probably get these up in November. Start doing some heart healing for yourselves. Okay, so let me get organized, because we're going to go into 2016. What am I doing here? Like that. You ought to see my desk right now. It's a mess. I mean, it's not that bad. I just got decks everywhere. All right, guys. So beautiful Scorpio 2016. What do we have for Scorpio 2016? Okay. Get outside. Animals. Oh my. Okay. Grounding. Break out of your shell. Huh. That's not what I expected. See? Forget what you think you know, right? So first of all, the whole overall thing for 2016 is, it has everything to do with like nature and grounding and communing with animals. And I mean, we've got Sandalphon twice here. And Sandalphon, he's the angel of music and sort of like sound healing, but he's also the angel that takes your prayers up to heaven, and he is the angel who helps you sort of balance your lower chakras with your higher chakras. So this is a beautiful year for you to be very, very spiritual, but also very grounded. Yeah, okay, thank you. And Sandalphon is saying that's what you were designed for. That's what you came here to do, to have this nice meshing of a third dimensional self with maybe like a fifth dimensional self. But long time ago, people lost their way. It's too much to get into here, but I think that like the masculine energy got out of balance with the feminine energy, and you know, that kind of sunk people into their third dimensional reality. I'm sure there are other factors that went into it. Isn't that interesting? Usually like religious, especially Christianity, says that women were responsible for the fall. But from a spiritual standpoint, people are like, no, it's the masculine energy that came in and messed up everything. Again, leave me out of it. I don't want nobody's fight, right? But whatever. So this is a year, I almost said a month, a year of a lot of grounding. And you might even find that you're going out and trying new things, even, I mean, as simplistic as that sounds. You're going outdoors and trying things that you never knew you would ever do. So it's great though, but it's going to really refresh you, and it's going to give you a whole new perspective on who you are and how you want to approach your life. And I do think for a lot of Scorpios out there, you're going to have that partner there with you. Now, if you're single, yes, this could be somebody coming in for you. If you are not single, this is you. Yeah, by cleansing and grounding, you become less, there's this whole thing of defensiveness. So you become less defensive in your relationship. Or for some of you, you might kind of discover truly what it is that you want, and you might look at your partner and say, I think we've come to the end of our chapter. You know, whatever it is, it's a, I don't want to use the word reckoning, you know, like, oh, that's heavy, but it's just sort of an adjustment. And whatever that means for you, however that needs to go, that's your business. Okay, so the first card up we have is Archangel Sandalphon. Get outside. Take in the beauty of nature, the colors, scents, and sounds. Get outside and feel alive. So again, this year, even if there's snow on the ground, make sure you're getting outside. I'm going to have to do this too. I only got outside for like 3 minutes yesterday to check the mail because I was working. But I want to get outside and go for a walk and hopefully not run across a coyote. Go check out my Facebook page for that story. Oh my gosh. This dumb thing was like, I shouldn't say dumb thing, it was beautiful. And he wasn't excitable or anything, but I tried to blast some music at him to scare him. And the first thing I hit on my playlist was Adele. Too ironic. It came on like, hello, it's me. And I'm like, this ain't gonna scare nobody, okay? Like, dang. And I'm like trying to like back away from this coyote. I finally got away from it, but it was scary. But anyway, get outside. And notice what this is also saying. Just not only go outside and get fresh air, but go outside and notice the beauty around you, okay? That's part of loving this world, loving the third dimensional sort of place that we're in, okay? But still realizing that this isn't everything that there is. Does that make sense? All right, so the next card we have is Archangel Thuriel, Animals. Let's strengthen your connection to the animal kingdom together. Okay. You love that I just told that coyote story, and this is telling you to go out there and come in. I'll take my animals at the zoo. Thank you very much. I don't want to run across anything out in nature. Not ever again. So anyway, this might be you communing with your pet or whatever. But if you're somebody out there who's going, I don't like animals, look at that. Why don't you like animals? What's your deal? Like, they're God's creatures, right? So, and they can be great messengers, and they can provide a lot of love for you too. You know, even in a crazy situation where you don't know each other, and one of you is wild. I think that coyote was bringing me a message. At least that's the story I'm going with. Okay. The next card we have is, again, Archangel Sandalphon, and the card is grounding, which is what your whole year is all about. Sending roots deep into the earth will keep you grounded while anchoring your true desires. So this is how you're going to take something out of the fantasy land, okay? And if it's going to hold water in reality, this is how you're going to bring it in. Here it comes, okay? You're going to bring it into. So this is taking like, oh, I've been dreaming of love. You know, we had all that stuff from December, right? I've been dreaming of love, dreaming of love, dreaming of love, but now you're going to bring that person in the physical, so they can actually be here with you in this existence. Isn't that lovely? All right, so the final card we have, guys, is Archangel Jophiel. Now, before I even read the message, I feel like Jophiel's coming in here and saying this is a year where you find, and I'm actually hearing her say, you find your striking beauty. You find your striking beauty. And it doesn't really matter what society says is beautiful. You find your striking beauty, whatever that means for you and whatever expression you're going to have that, okay? So this Archangel Jophiel card says, break out of your shell. Here we go. Feel your own divinity race through your body as you step forth and claim who you truly are. Be true to you. And doesn't that kind of resonate with what Jophiel was just saying? So this is a year of really coming into your own. You have done the homework. You have really done all the prep work. You're ready for college, kind of. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've already kind of graduated high school in a sense, spiritually speaking, and now you're ready for the college experience. So, but this is like a quiet serenity kind of thing where you just feel really good about how far you've come, and you'll get a good sense of where you're heading. And I think you'll have a lot of comfort in that as well. Okay? So there it is, guys. I am sending you so much love, and have a beautiful year. Take care.